welcome back to my channel. The struggle is real with the makeup nurse. Today, I'm gonna do dupes. So I'm pre-filming this on Sunday because I know this video would take way too long to try to do before work. So anyway, let's get started. So I was going through my collection because all the dupes that I saw, like other channels show for palettes, was Natasha Denona and versus Alter Ego. Well, I don't have any of those palettes, so I'm like, what can I do as far as eyeshadow? Well, I happen to have my two palettes just laying next to each other, and it caught my eye, and that was the Sweet Peach and the CoverGirl Peach Scented True Naked Peach Punch. Look at how similar they are. So I am going to try to create a look on each side, and I'll use drugstore on this side and high-end on this side. If I don't have the product, I'll just use it on that side, whether it's a high-end or not. I've been watching a lot of YouTubers on dupes, like way back. For some reason, I was always into the dupes, probably because I wanted to know the cheap palettes. So, but I don't really have necessarily different brushes, so I'll just clean them in between. So for the CoverGirl side, we are going to go in with, I think we're going to go in with this shade here as far as the transition. And the drugstore side on this side. Guys, I've never done this, so hopefully I remember the same side. This is my first kind of real dupes video. I did a dupes video, but it was more like telling you what it was, like a long time ago. I was so excited to find these. Anyway, I'm going to go in with Peaches and Cream on this side. Sorry, I messed that up already, but they are like so similar. Look at that. And they're both peach scented. I can't beat that. Okay. Now we are going to go in with, let's see. Let's go in with this brown shade here. And let me see if there's the one in this palette seems a little bit darker, but actually, I don't know if I want to go in with this shade. And then let's go in with the shade Poreless on this side, just to kind of darken it up. Then let's do this shade. No, you know what? In this palette, we're going to go in with Candied Peach. This is kind of a shimmery shade, but it looks the same as this one, which isn't as shimmery, so we'll just go in this side. This is the Candied Peach in the Sweet Pea palette. Let's kind of darken that up a little bit more. Okay. Clean my brush. Now I'm going to go in with this pinky peachy shade on this eye. in the pan, that looks more of a shimmer, but actually when you put it on, it actually doesn't look too bad. And the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette was probably like 50 bucks, and this is what, less than 10 bucks? I didn't even realize it until it was staring at me in the face. And I'm like, this is perfect. Okay, now we're gonna go in with this shade here, this pinky shade, is the shimmer. And I bought this off of Amazon. Let me clean my brush. Now let's go in with this just peachy shade on this side. This is actually pretty fun. Wow. So the only real difference between the two palettes is you get a little bit more colors. So the extra color shades are these purple shades, that dark purple shade, that shade, peach, maybe this black, and then this green. Which the purples I do tend to go to, but the other ones I want to go towards. But for a quarter of the price, hey, I think I did. I would call that a dupe. All right, I didn't have any eyeliner dupes, so I just went ahead and did that. Now we're gonna go in with primer. So I have this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, which is like probably like, I got the pack of 3. I know it's much smaller, but it was probably like $5 for all 3 of them. Versus this very expensive Tatcha primer, the Silk Canvas Primer. So we are going to put that to the test. So the e.l.f., which I haven't used this one yet, and this is the Poreless Putty Primer. So I'm gonna put this on this side. And I know a lot of people just put this like kind of in their pores, but I'm just gonna put it on as a primer all over. Yeah, I got this Tatcha one in one of my subscriptions. So yeah, almost same color, same consistency, everything. Wow. Okay. Okay, I don't have the e.l.f. Dupe for this. It's the e.l.f. Studio Hydrating Under Eye Primer. All I have is the Smashbox, but supposedly that is the dupe for that. So I'm just going to put this on each side. And this is the only one I've tried, so, and I do like this one, so I'm glad to know that there is a dupe for this, especially an e.l.f. dupe. You know, e.l.f. has a lot of dupes, which is nice because they're cheap, but yeah, they're good products. This dupe, I'm sure a lot of people know, it's not new, is the e.l.f. Camel Camel CC cream versus the It CC cream. So we're gonna do that. So this is the e.l.f. side. I hope they're similar shades. Okay, and then the It side. Oops, I put way too much. Oh no. Okay, just wipe that off. All right, for the e.l.f. side, I'm going to use this sponge. I went in like I was going to do a full face on both of them. Oops. The it side, I'm going to do this side with this sponge. Oh, look at my headband all. It's even almost the same color. Wow. And I got this in one of my subscriptions, that's why it's a small tube. And I bought the e.l.f. And they're both full coverage. Wow. This dupe, I'm sure most people know. The Tarte Concealer, Shape Tape Concealer, everybody knows about the dupe to the e.l.f. But I found that this is a dupe as well, the infallible full wear. So we're gonna put these to the test. So we'll put the Tarte Concealer on this side. And the infallible full wear. Obviously the Dolpha is a little bit bigger in this one because this is a full-size product versus that sample size I got out of my subscription. Okay, the Tarte side, we'll go in with this sponge. I gotta fix my eyeliner. I got some of that. This is going better than I thought. Maybe I should have done it on Monday because I'm kind of, so far, really liking it. But I figured I'd mess up. So the dupe with this, the e.l.f. and the Makeup Revolution is also a dupe for not only the Tarte, but Dior Forever and the Rose Ink, which I've never tried those, obviously, because those are more expensive, but just so as FYI, I've seen people say that those are dupes too. So supposedly, this Wet n Wild contour stick is the same as the Tarte Sculptor, but I don't have the Tarte Sculptor, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this, which I like Tarte products, and if this is a dupe, you know what? This is a lot cheaper. And I think it goes on really well and blends. I'm like, yeah, I don't need high-end products when we have this. When we have the cheap products that perform just as well. And I don't know if cheap is the right word or whatever, but whatever. I think you guys get what I mean. And some people call it more affordable products. I guess it's some of the channels I've watched, and they called, you know, when they would say the cheaper product or whatever, people got offended. I'm like, why? It's true, it's cheaper. You're not saying the product is cheap, it's just the price is cheap. But anyway, some people get offended. So supposedly this, oh, sorry, wrong one. The Milani Cheek Kiss and the Iconic London are dupes. Also, supposedly, and I don't have it, is the Glossier paint or cloud paints are a dupe for the Milani as well. So I don't know if they're the right shade because I got this in the subscription, but we're gonna look at how it performs. So I'm gonna put the Milani on this side, put a dab there, but way too much. Let's blend that out with this. Oh, very pigmented. I think I put way too much. I think this is a lighter one color, but we'll look at like the consistency. Yeah, it's not gonna match. Oh well. I guess it's a good thing I did this today. But yeah, I mean, look at how it blends. And it's hard to say if this one, I mean, this one's more pigmented, but it was darker. But, it blended in about the same. Maybe they're right. Okay, now for highlight. So I don't have the dupe, but supposedly the NYX Born to Glow Illuminator is the dupe to the High Beam, Benefits High Beam, which I got this in one of my subscriptions, so we'll just use that. But just so you know, this supposedly, and I do like this, so it's good to know that there's a dupe for it that I would like. So I do like this, but you know, Benefits on a higher price point, so let's blend all that in. So sorry that I don't have like all the products, but as I grow my collection and my channel, I'll be able to get all the products and test for you. So I don't have the high-end product, but for the La Mer the powder and La Prairie cellular treatment, this Coty Airspun that I bought off of Amazon is the dupe, supposedly. And those are like, I think the one was like $95 versus this. So I was excited to hear that as well. See, I don't need to go buy any of those products. So we're gonna set our face with this. Yeah, unless I get it in my subscriptions, I'm not spending $95 on a powder. I don't care how great it is. When these work just as good. Okay, I don't have a translucent dupe, so I'll be right back. So now going into the Peach palette, the CoverGirl, I'm going to try this shade for underneath my eyes. Oops. I almost did it again. And then that shade looks similar to this Peach Pit. So I take that wrong. I said that one didn't have this, but I think it. Oh my gosh, they're almost the same color. Or they are. I got blended in though. Okay, let's blend these in. Wow, you guys. I was so shocked. I'm like, can I make this palette work? I don't know if anybody's ever said this was a dupe, but oh my gosh, it's a dupe. And then I'm gonna go in with this here just to kind of blend this part out. And then on this palette, I think that would be this here, this Summer Young. Almost did it again, Jamie, stop. Ah. For my brow bone, I'm gonna use this shade here. Clean this off. And in this palette, I'm going to use shade Luscious. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. So supposedly, this Wow Brow e.l.f. is a dupe for the Hourglass Brow and the Gimme Brows. And I don't have either one of those. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in my brows. So the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and the number 7 bronzer, which I don't have, is supposedly a dupe for multiple things. So the Chanel Soleil, the MAC Gimme Sun, the IT Bronzer, the Becca, the Tom Ford, the one in the 3 palette, or 3 whatever, the bronzer in that is a dupe. The NARS Laguna, and the one that I actually have is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. So we're going to put these to the test. So let's do the butter bronzer first. And they both smell, but this one smells like coconut, I think, and this does smell like milk chocolate, or what I remember. I can't smell it right now, but so they're even both scented. So the fact that this is the dupe, oh my gosh. I'd rather, preferably I would rather smell this though. Let me wash brush. Okay, let's go in. The shades are a little bit off for me, or that I mean, this one looks a little bit darker that I bought, but actually no. They actually are going on pretty similar shade even. I can't smell it, but I can kind of taste the chocolate when the particles go in. All right, so for this, I'm going to go on this side of my nose and contour. And do this side of my lip. Okay, brush off my brush. Go in with this side. All right. Now let's go in with this and blend it all together. Okay, so for blush, I don't have the dupe for it, but the NARS Orgasm Blush is supposedly the same as the L'Oreal Blush Please, and I think there's another one, hold on. Yeah, 2 other ones, Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink and the Neutrogena Healthy Skin in Rosy. So if you like the NARS Orgasm, which I love, but it's like $30 for, you know, the bigger one. I think this one, the sample size is a lot cheaper, but or like probably half the price, but you get this little tiny thing. So if you like NARS Orgasm, those are a couple alternatives. And that's good to know because this is one of my favorite blushes. All of these, I've got all my NARS. I've got like 3 of these in my subscriptions. So if I don't get another one of those and I have to buy it, that's what I'm buying. So for the Overglazed Donut Highlight, the dupe for this is the ColourPop Super Shock and Flexitarian. I don't have that one, but I know yesterday we kind of tested this out, the Physician Diamond Dust, and it wasn't necessarily a dupe, it was a lighter. But you know what, I'm going to try building it up and see if we can make it work, because I don't have the ColourPop one. I mean, it's still beautiful highlight though. I mean, and look, you can build it up. Look at how glowy it is. Okay. But the Super Shock one, I hear ColourPops are really brightening too, so you probably don't have to brighten that one up, so that's probably the dupe for this. But I don't have ColourPop. Yeah, just one swipe versus I had to kind of build that one up, but actually they're looking pretty similar. So if you build this up, it can be pretty close, Okay, now what are we oh, mascara. So a lot of people say the Sky High Mascara is similar to the Roller Lash. I don't have the Roller Lash, but you know what? No one has said that these are dupes, but I think they're very similar, the Thrive Cosmetics. I mean, it's flimsy, it's got kind of a similar wand, a little bit similar wand. So I kind of want to put these to the test. And if somebody has already said yes, they're a dupe, then great. I just haven't seen it. So I'm sure somebody has, but let's try it. Because I don't have the Roller Lash. By Benefit. Okay, and then we'll put the Sky High one on this eye. So that is, they look very similar. I hate to call something dupe that because I'm not as good as, you know, most people. But in my mind, it's a dupe. But I don't know, the beauty experts, I don't know if they would call it a dupe. But anyway, let's go in with Luscious. Because the stuff that I find that is a dupe, I'm like, do I really know what I'm talking about? So, but I think it's very similar. Just like these. I haven't seen anybody say that these are dupes. But to me, they're pretty similar. And these palettes, I haven't seen anyone say these are dupe. And I've watched a lot of dupe videos. So, but can you really tell the difference? Wow, I'm so excited. All right, now, so I don't have the dupe for this, but the infallible L'Oreal Infallible paints and the Maybelline are very similar, supposedly, to the melted Too Faced lip glosses or liquid mattes. So I'm just gonna put this on my lips. And this is the only matte one I have from Too Faced. And I do like this, the smell, which Oh, sorry, I can't smell it. But I don't know if the dupes smell, but I'm not sure. Now, supposedly the Sexy Mother Pucker and the lip injections are a dupe. So let's try it. I doubt I have the same color, but I just want to try it. So this side. I'll put that on. And this side, I'll put this on. I think I put too much. Okay. Well, because that was a darker lip matte, you can't tell the difference in the shade. So far, the consistency is the same. Okay, as far as dupes, I don't have the dupe again. So I'm just gonna use this all over my face, but this is the setting spray, the Urban Decay All Nighter. I like this one. I got it in, I forget where I got it. Probably my subscriptions. But the Milani Make It Last supposedly is the same. I don't have that one. I don't know if it smells, but this one does supposedly have a scent. I forgot what I know I remember smelling it. Oh man, my lips are tingling differently. It's actually tingling a little bit more on the lip injection side. Interesting. So, I don't know what that means. Okay, let's just put this all over my face. And set it. You guys, I am actually somewhat impressed with myself. The dupes that I found on my own. And you can't really tell the difference, can you? Comment down below if there's some dupes that you know about that you would want me to try. I can do it for another dupes video. Because there are some more dupes that I know of that I could do. These are just the ones that I picked. If you know any eyeshadow palettes that are dupes other than Natasha Denona and Alter Ego, I know there are some dupes like the Too Faced Chocolate Bar and the Makeup Revolution. They're like chocolate type palette, which I don't have either one of those. But yeah, let me know and I can try that out in my next video. And comment down below and tell me what you think. Can you tell the difference? Which side is the drugstore and which side is the high-end? Well, I hope you liked this video and you have a great day. Bye!